子のロングヘアはロマンそのものなんですよ。可愛いし可能性を秘めてるんですよ。
Hey everybody, welcome to another lesson of Learn Japanese with Anime. Today we're here with another anime line of the day, and it's going to be a line from yet again the show Netojuu no Susume, otherwise known in English as... I don't know what it's called in English. Recommendation of like a virtual world or something like that. Who cares? We're learning Japanese. We want to know the Japanese title. So this is actually going to be, I believe, from the 5th episode of this show, and you just heard the line from the clip that we played. It is going to translate to basically a girl's long hair is the very image of romance. It's cute and overflowing with possibilities. 女の子のロングヘアーはロマンそのものなんですよ。かわいいし可能性を秘めてるんですよ. So for our English translation here, you might have noticed if you watched the episode already, we kind of just stuck with the subtitles that were provided because they were, in my opinion, pretty darn accurate in their naturalization while still maintaining the meaning of the original Japanese. So that's just a little thing to note there. But of course, we are going to jump into the actual native Japanese because we're all about breaking it down and seeing how it works in its native language. Before we do that, let's just go over the number of vocabulary words that we have here. A decent amount. First one is onna no ko, which is going to translate to basically girl. It's kind of not a single word there. It's kind of a noun modification of 2 words, onna and ko, which mean basically woman and child respectively. So combined, it's kind of like young woman or girl. Next up, we have the word roman, which is basically the Japanese version of the English word romance, and when it's used in Japanese like this, roman, it has a different kind of connotation than how we use romance in English. We usually think of like lovey-dovey relationship stuff, but roman, romantic in Japanese is kind of like almost anything can be romantic. Like an adventure can be romantic, a girl's long hair can be romantic. Following that is a very common word that we probably all know, kawaii, which means cute. Next up, we have the word kanousei, which translates to a number of things. The one definition that we want to pay attention to here is possibility or possibilities. And then lastly, we have the word himeru, which is a verb that means basically to be concealed, to be hidden. Alright, now let's actually jump into the sentence, and we actually start with our first vocabulary word here, onna no ko, in another noun of a noun modification of itself with the secondary noun rongu hair, which is basically a compound word that means long hair. So then, onna no ko no rongu hair is going to be a girl's long hair, basically. We're going to be marking that as the topic with the topic marker wa. Then appears our second vocabulary word, roman. So at the heart of it, this first sentence of the line is actually really quite simple. It's basically just saying this noun is this noun. Onna no ko no rongu hair wa roman. So basically, a girl's long hair is romance. However, we also have this kind of second add-on part to the sentence before it ends, which is sono mono nan desu yo. And this is kind of hard to explain. The word mono, it usually, or kind of literally just translates the thing, but it's used with a lot of grammatical nuances that it takes on different meanings than just simply meaning thing. And in this case, when it's being used at the end of a sentence plus da or des to end the sentence, it's expressing that the speaker is stating how something should be, basically, or how something is. If you want to kind of have a mnemonic device for this, since mono literally means thing, kind of imagine this as saying the speaker is saying this is a thing, this is how things are supposed to be, or how things are. So the sono there is kind of the demonstrative adjective that's meaning that. The mono, again, literally translates the thing, but it's kind of complex in its nuance. And then we have the nan there as an emphasis, so it's just emphasizing what you're saying. The des to end the sentence of the copula, other than the yo for extra emphasis and explanatory notes. So sono mon nan desu yo is going to basically be like, that's how it is, or that's the way it is. So a girl's long hair is romance, that's the way it is. That's not quite the most natural wording we can use in English. So instead, when we try to portray how much he's emphasizing it, we actually integrate it into the first half of the sentence, which is a girl's long hair is romance. We use words like very And in the translation, like I said earlier, it's a really good translation. It's a girl's long hair is the very image of romance. Like, that's not the literal translation of the Japanese, but it does well in portraying the same effect. Okay, so that being said, let's move on to the second sentence, which is probably more conventional for us to understand. It starts with the vocabulary word kawaii, which means cute, of course. It's using the grammar pattern shi here to basically explain something or say because of this. So kawaii shi, that's like saying it's cute. You're explaining that it's cute because it's cute. Then we have kanousei, which is the word that means possibilities. We're gonna mark it with the direct object o because it's gonna be the direct object to a verb, and that verb is going to be the vocabulary word, our last one, himeru, which means to be hidden, to be concealed. Oh, my bad, not to be concealed or to be hidden, but to hide or to conceal, as in transitive action there. Then it's going to end again with this there to emphasize, and the desu again to provide more emphasis and explanatory nuance. So as you can probably tell from those sentence-ending particles that express the emphasis, the speaker of the sentence is being pretty forward in stating their opinion of something or how something should be. So yeah, you probably got a clue of that from the clip as well, just because of how forceful they were talking. The verb himeru is in its te form here because we want to use it as an ongoing action. So we have te form plus iru. The iru is going to be turned into a more casual form of dropping the I there. So then it just turns into himeteru. And so yeah, that second sentence there is going to translate to something like it's cute and it's basically concealing possibility, but we don't really want to translate it to that because it sounds weird. So the idea is that because it's hiding possibilities, you get the idea that like once you explore it, there's a bunch of possibility in there. So in our naturalized translation, we'll go with something along the lines more of overflowing with possibility. And so yeah, with that, that's going to complete our full line. 女の子のロングヘアはロマンそのものなんですよ。かわいいし可能性を秘めてるんですよ。And this will translate to a girl's long hair is the very image of romance. It's cute and it's overflowing with possibilities.
女の子のロングヘアはロマンそのものなんですよ。可愛いし可能性を秘めてるんですよ。
俺はそんな言い分に惑わされないからな。セットが面倒だから伸ばしてるって言ってるの聞いたことあるからな。
Alright, let's do a quick review of the grammar patterns that we encountered dissecting this line. We had some noun of a noun modifications. Those are pretty simple, not really worth mentioning. We had the mono at the end of the sentence with the da to express that the speaker is saying how they think something should be or how something's supposed to be. We had the she grammar pattern to kind of explain something or say because this. Then we had the te form of verb plus iru to basically mean ongoing action. Then besides from all that, just some sentence ending particles and of course the vocabulary words that we covered already at the beginning. And that's gonna wrap it up right there. This line is actually part of a conversation that has a decent amount of other pretty good lines. We're going to leave not only the next line as a bonus line, but the one after that as well, because they're both pretty chock full of some good content there. Alright, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Anime Line of the Day. Remember, if there were grammar patterns mentioned for this line, they'll be mentioned in the description or the pinned comment below with links to the individual lessons on them. You can also probably find them in the playlist of our complete grammar video series shown on the screen right here alongside our anime playlist. And last but not least, don't forget to try to translate the bonus line we provided. Leave your translation in a comment below. Check out our Patreon, like the video, and subscribe. With all that said and done, see you next time.